Hi, how are you? I am Nur Eldin from Scalebyte.ai, and today I will talk to you about very powerful automation. Now, what does this web visitor outreach do? Very simply, it looks at the many IP services that exist now, the most famous of them, Leadfeeder, which capable in some way. I will not try to go much into the technical details. I do not know the details. It knows or can detect the people who visited your website. What are the companies that have visited your website? Search for these companies and they can tell you the data of the individuals themselves. What does this automation do? It looks at the leading companies that visited your website. Then it gets their data, what they do, what they log into, what pages they visited, then looks what campaigns they came from, then searches for people from these companies. That can be, which will be on your ICP. Founders, the C-levels, marketing managers, brokerage manager. Whatever it is that you are looking for, and then AI writes personalized emails based on these people's details, sends it to them, and then you can see all of this. In CRM, as you can see, it is a very powerful thing that saves you from talking to people who do not know you at all, who have never logged onto your website and do not know anything about you or your company. No, you are targeting people who have logged onto your website and shown their interest in the services that you provide, of course. It will make the outreach much warmer and have a greater chance of success. Okay, let me explain to you more about how this automation works. Here we assume that we want to use Airtable as a CRM. I like Airtable, but of course it is possible with any CRM. You are using Airtable as a CRM. Here you have put your web visitors campaign in it. Your automation will start. It is here that we are. Instead of using Leadfeeder directly, I will use the API of Pipedrive and Pipedrive's web plugin. Why Drive? Because Leadfeeder costs about $150 for its subscription, but the web plugin on Pipedrive costs only $60, and it is already made by Leadfeeder, so it is exactly the same. You get the same service at half price, so we use Leadfeeder API on Pipedrive. Here it tries to see who are the companies that visited your site, for example, the last 10 days or the last week, as you do for a year, or the last 7 days. After that, it tries to make another call to Leadfeeder to answer, so there is more information about the company. And the pages you accessed and some other data, then starts looking at this sheet to see if this is the company's first time. Is the company visiting your site or not for the first time? Why should we do this step? Because if a company is visiting your site for the first time, it is not the best thing in the world that you send them an email, because this means that you will send emails to many random people with a lot of uninterested intents. So if it is the first time, we use it as a database and we stop there. But if this person appears to be in the table and has visited your website before, this means that he is a person who has some level of interest. So this is what we should focus on. What should we do? We are looking for a step to follow, and we are thinking about your CRM, which is here. As we said, Airtable. I will see. Is this company that entered your website twice an existing company in your CRM or a new company? Why is this step also important? Because if a company is present in your CRM, then this is it. This means that if you are a company that had a previous contact between you, then you do not want to send them an email, which is the first touch. You do not want to send them a cold reach. No, what will happen? They will send you a Slack message saying, for example, Microsoft that you worked with and that you sent an email to a week ago. One of them entered and looked at your website, so see the rest of the conversation. Look at the person you have contact with at Microsoft, where and ask to talk to him directly. Here, warm outreach. Do not send me a mail. I mean, if it is a new company, we will do it, okay? This person is our member whom we will send him an email the day he visited here. API call Apollo. Apollo.io is one of the services that does lead enrichment, which means it goes in and search for data of the company, and the people who work in the company are based on the filters that you are giving it. And here you can still use Apollo. You can also use Lucia, Signal Hire. We are here using Apollo. This is my favorite tool for this thing. Okay, take the data of these people and start searching on the GPT chat. I will send them an email. Of course, all of this here is from one person or more than one person. We generate emails for these people, then we update it on Airtable and wait for approval. This data is captured on the Airtable, and we have a database in which all the details of the campaign and its emails are written inside the database. This database will remain in it in the end until it tells you, for example, that this campaign or email is at the time approved, not approved, unapproved, so everything remains by default unapproved, until you open and approve yourself. You look at all the details and see the emails that were written by the GPT chat. You will modify them a little if you want. If you like them, you choose approved. When you approve, what happens? This branch will be running. The next run for automation will come here and see the emails written next to approved. Because there is an email written next to approved that checks on the server or takes the person's data and throws it on reply.io or whatever the server you are using to send emails away. After that, update the status of this approved one, turn it to done. What can you do? After that, you can follow the inside of the sheet. Do not do what is done and what is still not done, as you see. It will help many people in the lead generation, and it is available with us if you want. Something exactly like this, or if you want something less complex, or more custom, send it to us. Email us or call to book a meeting with us, and we are happy to help. If you have any questions, send me a message. Thank you.